Obviously, what's happening in the real world with the pandemic is very serious and is larger than football. And we've seen the last couple of weeks, I believe 67 players have opted out of this season. I'm just curious for you, was there any decision on your part about potentially not coaching this year, or were you always determined to coach through this?
I feel very good about the environment that we're in, so I feel fine.
Did anyone on your staff opt out?
Anyone on our staff? No.
Another topic that's been kind of talked about around the league is the idea of like putting a quarterback in quarantine this year, or certain positions, keeping a player in quarantine just in case. Is that something you're considering with the quarterback position or any other position on the team?
Yeah, I would say, as always, Ben, we'll try to look at our options and do what we feel is best for the football team. So that's what we'll continue to do.
So you haven't decided yet if you would do that?
As I said, we're in phase one. We're proceeding in phase one. I think everybody, I can't speak for everybody, but I think my impression is that as an organization, as a coaching staff, the support people, the players, there's a comfort level with what we're doing and who's doing it and how we're doing it, and we're being productive. So if concerns or problems come up, then we'll address those. But right now, I think it's a good working environment. We're getting a lot done, and the organization's taken a lot of steps to ensure everyone's safety and an opportunity to do their job and do it safely and do it productively. Certainly, there's a lot of responsibility on each one of us to do things in a way that don't affect others negatively, that we take the precautions that we can and should. So that's what we're doing.
As a former player, as someone who played with guys like Dante and Patrick, what was your reaction to their decision to opt out? And secondarily, how does the linebacker group get altered when a player of Dante's ability is lost? That get through?
Yeah, I can't hear him. He is unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
No. I appreciate the question, Tom. Well, first of all, this is very awkward. Hey, Tom. Initially, I was shocked, disappointed. I can't, a bunch of emotions kind of went through my head, and then I took a step back, obviously, and kind of looked at each situation. These are personal decisions, and obviously, Hightower kind of took a step back and just examined his personal situation, and so did Chung, and I totally respect the decision. I know Coach already talked about it, but from a football standpoint, you just have to treat it like an injury. Treat it like an injury. And we've always, I know it sounds very cliche, but we've always had that next man up mentality, and that's how we're approaching it going forward. With that said, even though those guys have opted out, those guys will still continue to mentor some of the younger guys. Some guys that haven't played as much ball. And I could totally appreciate it. Hightower, one of the smartest football players I've ever been around, and so is Chung. So those guys are they're not here with us this year, per se on the field, but they're still around.
Tim, when do you feel like the last time was where you truly had to compete for a starting job, and what's your mindset heading into this quarterback competition?
Well, as far as compete, you compete every year. Doesn't matter how much a person's paid, doesn't matter how much a person's experienced, doesn't matter how much a person, knows or doesn't know. I think, we're all are competing each and every day. And, I've been competing every single day. It didn't matter what the team was, because at the end of the day, if you're one game away, as I've learned in this past year, And at the end of the day, it's just about, like I say, proving your worth and doing your part.
You've accomplished a lot in your career so far, but in comments you've made so far this offseason, you seem pretty motivated. How much would you say you have to prove, if anything, heading into the season?
I don't have to prove nothing, because at the end of the day, especially not to nobody, I have to prove to myself. That's a daily challenge, and I don't think nobody's expectations will ever surpass my expectations for myself. And I'm just looking forward to the challenge, and knowing and picking up this whole system, not only the philosophical way of the offense, but also how things are ran. This is a new team. I've only been kind of geared towards one particular team and in one particular city, but now moving, to a whole nother residence has kind of put the onus of trying to adapt, and that's something that has been rather the interesting part.
Hey, Jarrett, how are you?
I'm good, Mike. How are you?
All right. Great to see you as always. How would you describe this offseason for you relative to how it began with Tom Brady departing as a free agent and ultimately Cam coming in to join you as a teammate?
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of reasons, obviously, with everything going on in the world right now, it's an off season that's kind of been different, I would say, and, unexpected, from going right after the season, starting to train and everything. And then, Tom obviously decided to go to Tampa, and, then we signing Cam and everything. So it's just kind of a wild off season, but I would say, my routine hasn't changed at all. My work ethic has kind of been the same, throughout everything that's going on. So I've just really tried to, focus on, being a good teammate and working as hard as I possibly can to really improve this offseason and improving them. It's been a wild ride, this offseason, but just happy to be back in the building with everybody and kind of get rolling here.
Hey, Jarrett, how's it going, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You mentioned it's been a wild ride. How are you approaching the here and now and the next coming weeks when you guys are able to sort of dial it up in terms of the competition aspect of things? Do you view, even with Cam, who obviously has had a great career, but do you view yourself as having the ability to start this season depending on how you perform this summer?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I'm definitely ready. I think I've put in a lot of work this offseason to really improve mentally, physically, in a lot of different areas. But at the end of the day, I'm extremely excited to compete with Cam and Hoy, as we go forward in training camp and get into the season and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to the competition. I love competing in whatever it is. So I'm really looking forward to it.